Why is audio? Now I see my audio coming through. I know,
maybe,
right?
Maybe he's got kinesthesia.
Maybe he's a bat.
Maybe I am a bat. Okay, there's the audio. It works now. We did it. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. It's been like 8 years since we've last played, so I'm excited to see what's going on.
You are exciting, Chuck.
I am exciting.
He can see audio.
My oldest child has been acting like a real jerk here recently, so I stole their Monster Energy drink. So I'm nice and wired this morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. Let's do some introductions and we'll do a little recap and figure out what's gonna happen next. Because I'm sure it's gonna be something, right? It's gotta be. Anyway, we'll start off order of the overlay, which means Adam, you get to go first.
Hello, I'm Adam with Grim and Perilous Studios, and I'm playing Huxley, the young orc sorcerer. And what I'd like to talk about today is Beyond the Fire, Volume 1, where you can use these creatures from across the Black Diaspora and pop them into your game for Flames of Freedom or even Zweihander. And a few other people here worked on that project as well.
That's me.
Yeah. So if you want to check that out, the author, Kenna Oa of By the Fire podcast, did some great work on it. And Ken Duque also did some great work on it as well.
True. Very cool. Did you tell us who you're playing?
Yes, Huxley, the young orc sorcerer.
Very cool. Likes fire and eating hearts. It's fantastic. Very cool. All right. Next up, we got a Jake.
Well, I'm Jake. I'm with the Defenders of Kobold. You can catch me where you can catch the rest of the Defenders. Hooray. Today I'll be playing Osborne and his assistant Bob, who are both a goblin rider and a riding boar. Osborne likes fire and fire.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. He's also the hooch goblin.
That is
who
very
cannot
true.
be caught unless you cut off his antlers.
Bury the lead, why don't you? God.
Oh,
wow. All right, next up, we got Dan.
Everybody, Dan with the Defenders of Kobold. I'm playing Steely Dan, the elf. That's about all he do lately. It's just elf, I think.
He's stolen the greatest things to ever steal, and now he can just be Dan.
That's him. There we go. All right. Over on the other side, up at the top, there's Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, twitch.tv/lollygaggers. We play games. Monday, we're playing UVG. Catch Chuck and Melissa in that game. Thursday, I'm over on Gar Black Games channel running Delta Green, Viscid, where everything that could possibly go wrong is going wrong. It's fantastic. But I did get to RP a date at Applebee's with another player. Nice. So that was always really fun.
Nice.
Apple Teenies and stuff. And then Fridays on our channel, we're doing Delta Green Possible Landscapes. And starting next Saturday, we're going to start doing some One Ring. So come check that out. I am playing Waits, who is an elderly dwarven minstrel of some renown. He lived an interesting life, but he's nearing the end of it, and no one's more eager to get that over with than him at this point, just the warm embrace of death is coming to him and everybody else.
Yeah, that is. Moving on down, there's Melissa.
Melissa with Adventures in Lollygagging. Dan is also with us in the UVG game. He's my fellow Spectrum satrap in that game. You can also catch Jeff and I on Tuesdays on Sirenscape doing some Call of Cthulhu. In this game, I am Bellari the Mistwalker. On the older side of life, halfling druid who is sometimes good at cooking, sometimes good at shooting things with her crossbow of no-go, and generally pretty good at leading people places.
Very cool. All right, hiding down there in the corner. There's Jen.
Hey everybody, it's Jen. I have a Twitch channel called Pixel Prowler where we do a bunch of video games. Lately, we've been playing Tribes of Midgard in Tuesday evenings. Yeah. When I'm not doing that, I'm on a role-playing game with the lovely folks over at Lollygaggers. And yeah, we do some Alien, and Bellari is a great leader over there.
Oh.
Today I am playing Grace Firewalker. She's a Wolfkin hunter, and I have a Eurasian eagle owl named Asana.
Yes, we never do enough with your owl. We need to.
That's okay. She swoops in. I'm like, oh yeah, we should have her like come in and like, rawr.
That's it.
You know.
That's it.
But like
More
bird-like,
owl
so it's more like.
Sorry, I'm
"Meow."
sorry. Could you go over that again? Like, what was she like again when she comes in? Could you just one more time? Didn't.
She's more like, caca.
All right.
So you make the round.
I'm sure you're gonna clip that later and be like, remember this?
I wasn't running this right now. I would be in that clip manager. I'm gonna remember. I need to write the time.
If
so
I
can
knew
grab
how to
that
do
later.
clips, I would be in the clip manager right now.
You just hover over the video, and there's a little clipboard thing. You just click that.
You've already lost me.
Hey,
Hover
clippity
over the
clip
video.
clips.
What? I don't even understand.
10:53.
We're on video? Oh,
What's
God.
Twitch?
Oh no.
Oh God.
What?
Someone should have told me.
I thought we were just in a Zoom meeting.
That's it. We're just hanging out in Zoom.
Totally.
None of this counts. Now we can hear some of Dan's hot takes on the coronavirus. Go for it, Dan.
It's delicious.
Oh,
Especially,
okay.
when you-
Good recovery. Good recovery. Oh, shit. Thanks for that sub, Adam.
You're welcome.
Okay. So it's been a very busy past couple of sessions. Pelagia was successfully navigated. So Huxley ended up with the Hammer Scarnsbane, who he...
Oh yeah,
What?
that whole thing.
Yeah, that whole thing where you one hit a boss. Oh, I dropped the thing. In a boss fight. And what is it? You got all the rubies now. You've got the crown. You were heading back to, well, we're going to pick back up in Weatherstone. You did recruit a new member for your court in Weatherstone. That's the Great Insulter is now a
Yeah, that's right.
member of the crew. What else? Yeah, coming up on the list is you did have that spy that was working for you. Well, not working for you. They were working for you, but they were working for you to work against you. Does that make sense? I don't know.
They were spying on
Maybe
us.
they were spying on you. And you all figured it out. You've got her captured in your dungeon. And at one point, the plan was to meet up with her contact in, what is that, Candlekeep?
Yeah, the wreckage of Candlekeep.
Yeah, the wreckage of Candlekeep. Because she was due to relay some information. And it's here in a day or so, it'll be time for that. Waits has joined the Watcher clan, become an official member. And the Watcher clan has traveled back down to their keep south of Weatherstone, quite a ways south. And they're going to start gathering their forces to help with the final push to get this crown to the Proto Nexus and do whatever it is that you guys want to do with it. Yeah, it's a lot of big things going on.
Yeah, I have a note from last time that says Marigold equals Cool Breeze.
Marigold does equal Cool Breeze. Yes.
Yeah, Marigold's apparently everyone everywhere. Are there any people who aren't us? Are we even not
No,
Marigold?
it's just the six of you and then a whole bunch of Marigold just running around. Yeah, it's like the Truman Show, just with demons.
Yeah.
So we're the chosen ones because we weren't chosen to be Marigold.
Yeah, I think that tracks.
The Unchosen.
That's it. So yeah, if we pick back up in Weatherstone, you've all gotten there, you've had a chance to fully recover, so you can recoup any damage or stress you have. We're starting off the session in Weatherstone, so if I remember correctly, you all get a WP for that. By the time you get back, when you left, you had a project going on. Let me find the Weatherstone sheet. You all had a shrine to the Night Walker, and the construction on that is finished.
Right.
Extra WP.
Extra WP. You've all got plenty of stone going around. You've got some builders. You've got some, I think you got quarry workers, lumberjacks. I mean, a full retinue of people. So I guess the question is, what all do you want to do? Do you want to set up any new construction plans or just get prepped for Steely Dan to go and pose as the spy? Her name was Tosca.
Yeah, I think that's right. I'm sure it'll go just perfectly smooth.
Yeah. So I guess, yeah, that's my question. Do we want to get back into doing some building and upgrades, or do we want to get back to the story?
Well, I wouldn't mind, doing some form of building.
Sure.
Because it happens
Yeah.
while we're away. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Do you have anything that generates iron?
no, I don't believe you do have anything. So for your buildings you have a fireplace, guard tower, marketplace, mill, moat, quarry, inn, and now a shrine.
Fair amount of stuff done.
Yeah, you got a good amount of stuff. Let's see. There's a note in there that you may want to, with all the farmers you have, you may want to consider a sheepfold, garden, or field. You do have a smith, but yeah, no iron. Let's take a look at the player's book. Stronghold. Functions. Upkeep. Nope. Functions. I hear Rozzy back there.
Yeah, she is demanding a picnic.
That's fantastic.
Good time of year for that.
Yeah.
Let's see. You would probably need a forge.
Yeah, there's a mine. If there is a mine we could potentially get, it requires 60 wood.
How much? So last I had you listed was 52 stone for resources. You do have the mill. Oh no, the mill is, where did it go? It converts grain. So you would be looking at just your lumberjacks.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Just proud of his own little joke that no one got. Never mind.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
Made a Monty Python reference. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. So I'm just gonna fucking.
Dan didn't even get it. Wow. Dan,
Sorry,
that's
I was looking over at my child.
no excuses. There was a Monty Python reference made and you didn't get it. I
What?
think the only solution now is that you ritualistic Sudoku, man.
I guess I've got a fork here. Would you think that'll do it?
He does a numerical puzzle.
Oh, that's great.
So in terms of things that would be useful, we do already have a guard tower, which helps with defense rating.
Mhm.
Would we also want to put up like ramparts or something else defense related?
That'd be all right.
Wasn't there something you wanted, Adam? Did we ever finish that? Was it the shrine or something?
it was
What
the shrine. Yeah, I like having all the willpower. So
Yeah. And we finished it?
Shrine's good to go.
Okay.
I will say you've got 5 lumberjacks. Each lumberjack produces 2 units of lumber a day. So you're spawning 10 units of wood a day. So you've all been long enough or gone long enough that, it was probably a couple weeks. I'd say you probably have at least 130, 140 units of lumber Probably an equal amount for stone.
And
Nice.
we would not yet have 600 stone for ramparts.
No, I want to probably put you. I'll go and put you at 200 stone.
Okay.
So we were wanting a mine for iron, right?
Yeah, it's 60 wood. Takes a month. Increases our rep. And then you can actually hire people to work there. And then they'll generate mine. Up to a dozen people could work at the mine.
Hmm.
And each miner produces 2 units of iron per quarter day.
What did we need the iron for?
Melissa was asking if we had something that produces iron. Did you have something in mind?
I was just wondering, like we have a vault if we needed additional vault space.
Hmm.
I'm not sure the quality of the vault that we have. If
Do we have a vault or do we have a labyrinth with a minotaur in it?
That's what you have.
Correct.
So
yeah,
great
vault
vault, just dangerous.
has an
So-
armor rating of 12 and takes 50 points of damage before giving in.
Okay.
200 stone, 100 wood, and 10 iron. So if depending on how long we're gone, we could get the mine set up and then generate 10 iron.
Well, if we were playing an RTS, I would just be building up my econ with a bunch of like resource generating buildings, and we don't have a mine yet, so that makes sense to me, unless there's something obvious that we want to build first.
Yeah, even a forge would take a mine or would take iron also.
Yeah, it seems like a logical thing to build since it produces a raw resource that we would need for other things.
Yeah, and then after that, we could build like a sheepfold.
Mhm.
So that way we could get wood for iron and then wood for sheep.
We can probably do the sheepfold because we've got a lot of workers. So I feel like we can probably have more than one project at a time, and the sheepfold's only 20 wood.
Yeah, we're just playing Catan.
Could
There we go.
also build a pigsty so that Bob has people to play with. Other
That's true.
pigs.
Except the purpose of it is to slaughter them at any time.
Bob
Yeah.
gets to pick the pigs that Bob likes the most, and then the rest get slaughtered. Really, what this is turning into is just a harem game for Bob.
Yes.
It's going to be a cruel social outcasting. You know, if there's one pig he doesn't like, well, guess
You're
who's
bacon.
ham sandwiches now?
Yeah.
There's like a whole rose ceremony where he just gives roses out in his little snout to those who pass the test.
Yeah. You got to pass the
wonderful.
pigularity contest.
Yeah, it reminds me of a show I saw once called Making Bacon with Macon. And Macon was the name of the pig.
Yeah.
Aw.
Okay. That's it's horrifying.
All right, so I'm going to put you down for a mine and a sheepfold.
Yeah, that
Sheepfold's
sounds
going to take 20. Yeah, I'll get the math worked out on that later. All right. Cool. We've got some buildings queued up. So, are y'all heading over to Candlekeep so Steely Dan can impersonate a lady to get information about the Rust Brothers?
I think we're mostly just throwing the Rust Brothers off, but if we can get information out of them too, that'd be great.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. What's the plan? Is everyone going and you're all going to hide somewhere, or is just Steely Dan going?
Send him out in the wilderness on his own.
And you
So-
hope
I think it makes
never
sense
see
for
it
him just to
again.
go by himself. He doesn't.
How
he doesn't
big of
need
a
to
rope do we have?
back up.
Well,
Damn.
are we getting close to the end of the campaign?
We are past the halfway point for sure.
Okay, well, if it's not the end, then he won't die.
That's true. That's true. He's protected. Fate.
Don't even go in disguise.
Show up.
I'm Steely Dan. This is my metal foot. Tell me what you know.
All right, so we go out there, we give an update as to what we're up to, and then we find out what to do next
I think so.
as the spy. And then that'll give us an excuse to keep them off of our trail even more.
Yeah.
Field trip.
Is there somewhere we'd like to fabricate that we're going to?
Yeah, we're gonna go to. Let me look at the word map here.
Yeah, I'm looking at the map too.
We're going to Frostcliff to get some metal for our stronghold.
I mean, what if we told them that we're like going to Amber's Peak to try and like recruit what's his name there?
Zertram.
Zertram, to work against him. Maybe make a pissing match over there that we don't have to deal with.
And you
That
do
would
know
be
that
tremendous.
Zertram, he is working against his father/sister and the Rust brothers. Okay.
Maybe we just
Yeah.
tell them that we're planning to take rubies there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, wow.
Then we'll watch an entire army march south.
I mean, that's maybe kind of the idea, is split the Blood Brothers up a little more.
Okay. So is that yeah, I mean, well, that's just all you talking, figuring out what you want to say.
Yeah.
You all make the trek over to Candlekeep. Steely Dan takes on the persona of Tosca. You set up. We're at the designated meeting point. And eventually, a hooded figure approaches out of the darkness one night and meets you at the rendezvous point. If you come alone,
It's the deal.
good. What do you have to report?
I think that they, maybe they are going after these rubies like we thought. But who they're working with is maybe not quite what we were thinking.
What do you
So,
mean?
Looks like they may be looking to team up with Zertram.
That is something we have feared. We have gotten reports that they are gathering the crown and rubies. And you confirm this?
Not specifically, they've been playing it pretty close, but just judging by where they've been going, it seems likely.
Well, have they been working with the Watcher clan?
I don't know about that.
The Watcher clan has been gathering forces in their stronghold. I need you to find out if they're working with the Watcher clan. From our spies, it's reported that they are going to be marching towards Vond.
That doesn't make much sense, but
It does not matter. We gather forces in Hagler's house. If they march towards Vond, they will be slain.
this is the way.
Do you know if they've had communications with the Raven sisters?
I think that they mentioned something of the sort last time that they were in here, but it seemed it was inconsequential.
It is never inconsequential when it comes to those foul heretics.
Seemed like they pretty much just met and moved on.
What about the orcs in the Eye of the Rose?
I don't think they've interacted with them in quite some time.
We had word that they were meeting the Red Runners in Pelagia. Do you know if that meeting took place and what was discussed?
I assume it might have. They're not back from it yet. If that's where they went, they set off in that kind of direction.
Okay.
They don't really talk about where they're going.
Very well. This is information I need to see if you can get.
Hopefully they'll return in a number of days.
When they do, I will meet you back here. We will watch for them to return. And when they do, you meet us back here in a week.
Okay.
Like I said, we need to know if they're working with the Watcher clan and what the Watcher's clan intent is. We need to know any information on if they're working with the Raven Sisters, the Red Runners, or the Orcs.
Sure. None of them have shown up around Weatherstone. So at least there's nothing to suggest they're openly working with them.
Okay.
With any of them.
After you have gathered this information, I have a task for you.
Okay.
And he hands you this clay small jar full of liquid.
Mm-hmm.
After they're back and you have the information, dump this into the well that they get their drinking water from.
Poison.
Yes, kill them all.
Okay.
If they have the rubies, steal them if you can and bring them to me.
Yeah, I haven't seen them by any means, but
Do what you
Instead-
can. Search while they are away. See if they have it hidden. There's rumors of Weatherstone having an old vault dungeon underneath of it.
I've been trying to play it safe, try not to arouse any suspicion. But, a little accidental turn left here or there might not be too bad.
The drums of war are getting louder, so you must move more aggressively.
Okay. Consider done.
All right. I will be in the area. I have several other scouts gathering information. So if you need me, I will be here.
Okay.
Very well. Return before you draw suspicion to your absence.
I'll just
Okay. Off you go.
Yeah.
All right. You reunite with the crew. Convey your information.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they don't seem to know much about who we're working with, but
They got suspicions.
they've certainly made plans for the Watcher clan.
I mean, they knew a lot of stuff, man. They were meeting with Red Runners in Palasia. They knew about the Watcher clan. I'm a little concerned here that they seem to know a lot of the folks that we've talked to or places we've gone recently.
Yeah. If I recall, Marigold seems to be playing both sides, so I imagine she's probably informed them to some degree, just as much as she seems to know.
Yeah. But I think she knows more than that fella did. I mean, she knows we've got the gems and such.
Can't imagine that she's selling every secret. Seems like she's got her own angle in this game.
Yeah, that's fair.
The whole clan poisoning unplanned.
Yeah, and you've got, like I said, this jar. If you
Yeah.
look into it, it's a clear fluid, but it's got a very like acidic kind of scent coming off of it. Definitely very potent.
Well, they're all meeting up at Hagler's house looking to kick our crap in. What if we go down there and we poison their well?
Follow instructions. We poison.
I
them out,
mean,
just
that's
different
kind
way.
of a brilliant idea.
I'm a genius, of course.
You
So-
are the hooch goblin. So, yeah.
No,
Exactly.
They're all meeting at Agla's house, eh?
And at least that's what they suggested, trying to prepare for the Watcher clan to move.
So, what if we go down there and you poison the well? If it doesn't get them all, what we could do is wait around until, like nighttime, and they may have guards up around, and we lure a guard away. We just bash his brains in.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when they send someone to look for him, we bash their brains in. And then, when they send someone to look for them, we bash their brains in.
I see that you've played
And
Hitman
one by one,
before.
we bash their brains in. I love it.
Yes,
Okay.
just like the Hitman does.
I mean, it's a sound plan. I don't see any fault in it. I mean, it works.
100% of the time, it sounds like.
I've never done it, but yeah.
Eventually, they'll send more than one out, but then there's more than one of us. So
Yeah.
it'll
So then we bash.
okay.
Bash their brains.
As long as there's not 7 of them.
At some point, there
gosh.
might be. There's probably a scaling where it will get to that.
Fortunately, we have 2 hands each.
2 hands, 2 2 hands. Yeah. Sorry, Dan.
2 brains. 2 hands, 2 brains.
I'm sure Asana could take on 2. So if
Yep,
they
peck
send
their
out
eyes out.
9, we're still good.
So, any thoughts on what you're going to do with the crown?
It has to be assembled to destroy it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll need to have someone who can set those rubies back into the crown.
That'd probably be the Watcher clan.
Yeah, I could speak with my kin. I could probably get that working. Unless we've got someone here around here who's got skill with some tools, craftsmanship.
You do
stuff
have
like
a
that.
smith,
We do have a smith. That's true.
not
But can we trust
necessarily.
him?
Yeah.
With all that information I get the feeling we've got a couple eyes around here that might not be who they say they are.
Yeah.
I think it may be the right thing to do, but I'm still a little bothered by just killing these 6 elves.
Yeah. I mean,
Again, why can't we just take it across the border, toss them in there, have a cup of tea, explain everything? Once they wake back up, I don't know how it works. Is it just, go across toss it in the border and poof, you're an elf?
no, not quite. They'd have to come back. The
So,
only
yeah.
person who could go over with them would be me.
Oh
And
man,
then-
could you imagine waking up being stuck in a hat? That'd be terrible.
And then, I could choose to come back and they could choose not to.
Well, even if they come back, they're elves. They
Again, yeah.
ain't gems.
If they choose to come back.
Well, if they
Nothing
don't,
says-
come back, it's even better, isn't it?
Then there's no way to close the portal.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. And we don't know if they'd be willing to do anything about that then.
At least there's no known way to close the portal. Otherwise, I'm not sure if there's like a plan B.
that we've heard. I don't think so.
Yeah, I know. I brought this up before. It's just doesn't set right with me.
I mean, it doesn't sit right with me either, but I don't know of any other way about it.
There is no obvious best choice.
I think there's an obvious best choice. Yeah, it's 6 elves versus fate of the entire land and everything. Possibility of these demonic creatures just overtaking everybody to slaughtering the innocent. I think it's actually a fairly clear choice. But if we want to rehash the same argument we had before, we could do so.
It's an important decision.
Sure.
You are in our position to have all of these together to make such a decision on behalf of everyone else that lives in these lands.
Right, but like the decision you're talking about is guaranteed getting rid of some of the worst monstrosities and horrible evil things that could possibly imagine, slaughtering all sorts of innocent folk. Like that's one choice. Then the other choice is, well, maybe people do the right thing and like stuff goes the way we want it to. And if they say no, which a lot of people sometimes do because we tend to be selfish creatures, then all that death, horrible shit that I just talked about is still roaming free. So I don't know. Seems like a clear choice to me, but
I mean, unfortunately, so far, everybody we've encountered who's been tempted with the power seems to have some sort of ill design towards someone or something else. Get rid of the humans, get rid of the elves, get rid of the dwarves, get rid of
exactly.
What if we get rid of the crown?
I mean, that's kind of what we're talking about, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we put it on and then we just think, hey, go away.
But then it still doesn't get rid of the portal.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so if you put on the crown, you can't get rid of the pole?
I mean, I don't know. Nobody's tried. Everything's all only ever said to, throw it into the portal to destroy the portal. But
I wouldn't recommend myself, but
I suppose we could have someone put it on and think, go away, portal.
Yeah, that'd work.
I mean, thinking about it.
Or will the person put the dang thing on and then that like a flush of magical freaking power suddenly overtakes them and they start doing things, not in the interest of whatever. I mean, your what if and my what if are equally freaking plausible. So,
Sure.
Whatever.
well, you see, I guess it would all depend on the state of the person's art. Like, I wouldn't recommend putting it on me. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it ain't going on you, but it's not. I don't think we know a goddamn thing about it. Like, we don't know it's the state of a person's heart. We could put it on the nicest, sweetest little 4-year-old orphan, and he could just turn into a monster. We don't know what's going to happen. All we know is we throw the damn crown, get rid of it, close the damn vortex, and like, there's a chance then for everyone in this area to kind of do something without having the oppressive freaking demon shit running around hurting us. I can't even have the conversation anymore. Like, I'm starting to wonder whether all of y'all got goodness in your hearts if you're even considering not doing this. Like, you're literally risking the world on what ifs and maybes, and they might have a good heart and they say gesundheit when you sneeze, so let's put the crown on them. Like, man, the amount of risk you're willing to take, the amount of innocent people you're willing to put into trouble because of what you're hoping might be true. Whew, that's a lot. That's a lot.
It's probably worth just considering that the crown itself was intended for good initially, but hopefully it's not like a wave of evil power. But
That's
if
what we don't
wanted,
know. It might just
if
be a
we wanted
tool.
to try thinking about it, I'd put it on. You can kill me, and I'll turn back into Ruby.
What if we can't kill you? What if something happens when you put it on? You become like all super powerful and shit. Start like controlling our minds or summoning demons or who knows what, man. We don't know what happens. Artifacts that powerful, man. Like, you
That's
start
fair.
putting that out in the world, man, you're asking for a lot of trouble.
How about we just go to the portal and see what's in it? Just, take a peek.
I mean, we got to get there one way or the other, don't we?
And all of this
Yeah.
is going to be academic if we just get killed and get all of this taken from us. So
Mhm.
That's maybe the next concern is, can we do it without just giving it over? Dying on the way there.
we've been fairly successful in what we've been doing. But if there's spies out there that know as much as it seems that the spies know, we might have a convergence of all of these forces on us. And it's not going to be a one at a time bash their brains in kind of situation. It's going to be a whole lot of people bashing our brains in. And there went all of our talking and planning.
Which is why we poison their well.
Well, take care of some of the group. Or seeing as he knows so much, maybe he knows what we know, and he's giving us information knowing what we're going to do with it, and we're walking right into a trap.
Could be.
I feel like I need a history lesson. How are the elves in the stones? These rubies.
I
I
mean,
don't understand how they're made.
if you killed me right now, I'd turn back into a ruby. That's pretty much it. You go up north and you throw me across the mists, and then I'm totally fine, and I can come back out as an elf again.
So is it a matter of shape-shifting?
Not quite. Like if you kill my body, I can't just make another one here on the spot.
Is there
Gotta go back to the other side first.
any way to speak with these said rubies in their current form?
I think we've done some thought exercises on that the last time we had this discussion and didn't come up with anything.
Wait a tick. Wait just a tick. Maybe you can. As Adam looks up a spell.
I
Stand
mean,
by.
I know there's telepathy, but that's usually with a creature. And then the dwarves, they do their stone song. But is there any way to combine these said magics to try to speak with them directly? Maybe we could get an agreement before we even start.
I mean, I'm not opposed to that. But
Just looking at the speak to the dead spell to see if there's anything.
I don't specifically know of a way.
No, this is not. Nope, can't do it.
Why don't someone who'd feel up to it, you can give me a lore test.
Sure. Dun, 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 dun. Lore.
I'll tell you, Huxley pulled a success there.
I mean, double check what my book does. It's been a while since I've needed to use it.
Yeah, you could get more than me.
The two of you
Wow.
putting your heads together,
I can get one more if we want. I'm willing to push.
if you want to.
Let's do it.
Okay. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes altogether? Am I looking at that right?
No, I think
no.
I think it's different than
It's-
Alien. It's
Okay,
just
it's three successes. Okay.
It's just 3.
So the two of you kind of sit down and ponder the nature of rubies, ways to speak of them, and you don't have any solution on your own. But you do know that the Raven Sisters are an ancient organization. They have many magical capabilities. If there were to be someone who knew how to communicate with these rubies, they might have a clue, might have a direction, might be able to do it.
Hmm. And I'm trying to remember where we learned that they were at.
Let's see.
Were they in Pernty, or is that someone else?
I don't remember, because you all were, I think that was right, Pernty. Because you came across that one Raven sister who helped you fight the armor.
Right.
And I think she gave you, if you need to talk more, we have a presence, a secret presence in Pernty.
So if we want to do that, would we take the rubies with us? After that, I'd have to assume that everybody knows we've got them. For sure.
After your meeting, it sounds like people have been to our place. I mean, they knew about the vault, so to speak. That in itself suggests that they've at least got eyes, or they've got the attention, the ear of somebody here.
Possibly. I mean, Weatherstone itself is somewhat famed. I mean, that might be more common knowledge than not, but I hate to cast suspicion on everyone in Weatherstone.
Well, I mean, suspicion might as well be cast on everyone. What we know for a fact is that no one can be trusted with the crown. So no one can be trusted even with knowledge about it. Not even us, which is unfortunate because we know about it.
I agree, I think. Yeah.
So why don't we go tell everybody in Weatherstone that we don't got it, but we're gonna get it, and we know where it is, and then we give some phony baloney explanation, and then we keep an eye out on the spies. We got to meet back up with Mr. Spymaster in a week. That would be a good time to spill the beans in that regard. Wait a couple of days for them to vamoose elsewhere, and we go to where we pitch the crown into the thing to close the thing.
The proto-nexus, yeah. Yep.
Don't we still have to set the stones?
We still have to set the stones, I think. And honestly, maybe it's just me, but they don't know that we have anything yet. They think that we're going to move maybe to Amber's Peak. I feel like haste is possibly more valuable before they move here. Giving them another week. I mean, who knows where their forces might be.
All right, so then instead of waiting a week, we go and meet with them directly. Say, oh, they're making their move.
Okay, so what's the plan?
I mean, we can always, Spy Guy said he's going to be around there. We could always just go tell him we're doing something now.
Exactly. But now who do we get to set the crown up?
But that's the problem, is we need to have our orders lined up and follow through on them.
We need someone who's skilled, but is also unaware of everything.
Who would that be? I mean, there's a part of me that is tempted to take it to Frostcliff and commission them. They'd surely do good work.
Oh,
But then we
man,
have to
didn't
supervise
they almost put you in an oven or something, Frostcliff?
because I wasn't productive.
Right. My point is that
I'm not saying they're quite on the up and up either, but
right.
they do the job well.
Well, okay. Yeah.
And then we would have to smash their brains in.
I think at
That's a
that point,
possibility. Yeah.
well, I wouldn't necessarily say we'd have to smash the brains in, but I think we just have to move quickly after that on everything else we plan to do.
So they'll be with the crown and the stones, and they won't be curious about how it fits.
I mean, we could always tell them it's a prop for a play
Pretty
we're doing.
Fancy prop.
Yeah.
I'm doing a new I got a new it's a new thing I'm trying out. It's like a music play. Like I got a new song and I'm gonna have music and stuff going on, and yeah, that's what it's gonna be. Yeah.
Hey, aren't you in good with the people of Frostcliff, their waits, or the whoever's in charge of the place?
Well, yeah, I'm in good with everybody. Everybody likes weights.
Well, then maybe you could tell the people in charge to make like a special order for this crown to be made. And then instead of a crown being made, we give them our crown. And no one's the wiser.
Get like a fake crown or something.
Yeah.
A diversion.
We could always, if we don't want to go to Frostcliff because they're crazy and nearly killed Dan, we could always go to Clan Watcher.
Yeah,
They've
which
already
was the original idea I had there was just take it down there.
And Hagler's house isn't too far away. And isn't that where you wanted to poison people, Osborne?
Yeah, that's great. 2 birds, 1 stone. We get the crown remade and we poison them.
Yeah.
And maybe
if we're
burn
trying
it.
to be quick, we just
And
head
we
on
bash
over
their
west of
brains in.
Vaughn. Yeah.
Another option that we could try is bringing the jeweler here. And I'm not generally a fan of taking away people's freedom, but if we bring them here and do the work here and keep them here until our task is done,
make them stay
then
here
they
for a
can't-
week or something,
then they can't speak to anyone else about what they've seen.
That's not a bad idea either.
I'm
Okay,
not
so we're
usually
gonna
a fan
kidnap
of
a
kidnapping.
jeweler.
I'm not
Right.
usually a fan of kidnapping.
I'd like to
but
say
the stakes
we
being so
let's-
high.
let's say we hire them for a week under the conditions that they cannot leave for that week.
So what you're saying, kind-hearted Bellari, is that, if circumstances arise, you're willing to do something so awful as kidnap a person. Mm-hmm. I feel like this might prove my larger point that even good people sometimes are willing to do some pretty bad shit because they can justify the reasons for it.
That's why I said
But anyhow.
we commission them. We make it worth their while.
Just saying.
I like commissioning people. It could make them feel like a king or a queen.
If we pay them enough money, it doesn't really seem quite so bad.
But let's be
Oh.
upfront.
And if they betray us, we can decommission them.
Yep.
Decommission
I
them
mean-
right into the grave.
There is a labyrinth. I'm always a fan of the labyrinth.
Yeah, we are definitely a party worthy of that crown. That's for sure.
But we could bring them. We could pamper them. Maybe they would like a foot bath.
So,
Yeah, we play it nice.
That's our nice.
so
I do like
we're,
my claws trimmed. I know all about it.
we're not going to go to the Raven Sisters.
I'm always raving for the Raven sisters. I wouldn't mind them coming along with us. Maybe we could do 3 birds, 1 stone, or 2 birds, 1 stone. Let's leave the birds out of this.
Or maybe we have 2 stones.
Just got a lot of rocks.
Where are we meeting the Raven? Where would be able to meet the Raven sisters?
I think
I've
it was
forgotten.
It was
Purge.
Purge, way over to the
Purge.
left,
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I see it.
which that kind of, I mean, if we wanted to go that way, I'd still be tempted to go to Pernty, then maybe to Hagler's house, then to Clan Watcher, and then straight to Vond.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't the Raven sisters, wasn't their plan to use the crown to basically get rid of the Rust brothers? Wasn't that their idea?
Mhm.
Basically just that.
Yeah, justifiable genocide. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then gotcha. And then okay. I mean, they're the good people. So
We're
some of the
good
lore in this
people.
game. Some of the lore in this game is just
Well, that's why I said everybody's got an agenda. So that's
Oh,
why
yeah.
I don't really want anybody.
everybody wants to just slaughter some other large wholesale group. I mean, if we want, we can go Raven sisters. You want to talk to them first.
I mean, don't we need the approval of these entities that are stuck in the rubies to
Well,
agree?
No, we don't. As far as I mean,
But if
looking
given
at the
the
big
choice,
picture. Yeah.
I mean,
But I'm holding out hope that they tell us that there's another way. Well, they prove that they're assholes, and I would feel just fine about killing them all.
yeah, I mean, the rare chance that there's another way is sort of appealing just because these are the 6 people who created these lands. You know,
oh, just that little thing.
yeah.
So then maybe we leave it up to them to do what's best for these lands. Because we
Well-
got the Raven sisters, the Rust brothers, the Red Runners, Marigal and Ziggy, whatever his name is. You got maybe the Orcs of the Eye of the Rose would like this thing, although maybe they wouldn't even know if it's powers. We got us.
Oh, trust
we can't
me.
be trusted. We got Finnegan. He's a. Is he here?
Yeah.
He can't be trusted at all.
There's a very small possibility that we could find a way to do this and not have to get rid of the elves. There's a very small possibility that if we did speak to the elves, being the creators of this land, that they would want to get rid of the scourge and close the portal and would be in agreement. But both of those are very small possibility options.
I'm just saying, if we do talk to them and we find out there's no other way, or just generally that they are major, right, fucking assholes, then I'll be a lot better about killing them.
What if by that point we'd be unable to kill them? What if that means by just doing that we've lost our opportunity to close the Proto Nexus and keep crazy demons and shit from coming onto this this here area? I mean, we've got a clear path right now to closing the Proto Nexus and ensuring that demon scourge is not running over the course of this damn here land. And
No.
I am amazed that I am the only one who is arguing that we should take that very clear path. I'm amazed. Maybe I'm old, maybe I'm senile, I don't know. But I am amazed
Are
that
you
amongst the
standing?
6 of us,
I'm all these other people have these one clear, easy answers for all their problems too. Get rid of the elves, get rid of the blood brothers, get rid of these people. Just trying to make sure we're not the same.
we're not killing a whole population of people.
I mean,
We're making sure that elves that, by the way, lived an incredibly long and full and enriching life already and have been placed into these rubies and have lived, again, a very, very long life. They're the ones who, again, have already lived that life who are sacrificed. That's all we're sacrificing.
I mean,
The same.
they chose this form to become guardians of these lands.
Maybe they don't know it's corrupted people. Good intentions turn bad. Are you standing?
Am I standing?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm standing.
Stand not amazed. It's okay. I mean, if we have a Raven sister there and they decide not to go along with it, could they make some kind of binding spell and then we could go ahead and throw them in anyway?
Waits just walks away from the group at this point. I
Wait,
can't
wait,
take this.
Wait,
Can't take this anymore.
Wait,
Jeff's gonna get up too. That's-
Wait.
No, he's gone. He walked away.
No one waits for waits. So what are we deciding then?
I mean, I think we've got two choices. Is either we involve the Raven sisters or we don't.
I say we don't. Can't trust them.
You know, there's always another option, and I've got one for you.
Yes, Finnegan.
We set the crown, we get the gems back in it, and then you give it to me.
No offense, but I don't
Listen.
think that's gonna be a good idea.
Listen, I know what needs to be done. I don't want to leave this place, trust me, but at the same time, I love music. I do. That's why I travel with all of you. And if we kill all these people, it's going to be real hard for new music to come out. You kind of need musicians for music. So stick the crown on me. I'll save the Ravenlands and make sure that music can thrive.
And the portal.
I'm
stays
going to
open.
second Waits' vote.
The portal, I'll mostly close it.
You know what? Finnegan, you absolutely convinced me. I'm definitely going with Waits on this.
Listen, I don't really want to go home because there's no good music there. But if I close it mostly, just enough leaving it open, the energy can still come out. That means I can still live here. But no new demons can come through.
There's
I
plenty
still won't
enough,
buy it.
plenty enough already here.
I
hate to
mean-
say it.
Suppose another option is we send you back with a tambourine.
Listen, I'm not a tambourine player. I prefer the dwarven ballads, and they are not fans of tambourines.
We could fix that now. New wave dwarven ballads with tambourines.
Never been more tempted to eat your other foot than I have right now.
80s synthwave remix tambourines, 10 hours.
So, yeah, just let's get the crown fixed. You give it to me, and I'll make the hard decision.
Sounds like maybe we need to put you in the labyrinth while we decide what to
That's
do.
rude. You don't need to do that. I'm not going to fuck around with you. Listen, I'm cool. I've proven I'm cool. I just, want Waits to be able to keep making music.
I don't think
That's
he
what
wants-
terrifies me, you see. Waits is going to live forever, you see. And I don't mean to be macabre about anything, but he really kind of wants to die at this point. So I just feel that'd be mean.
Okay, listen, just offering. You do you.
Oh, man, if I did, man, I'd feed you to Bob so fast.
I'd eat Bob first. And even my final form.
Oh, shit.
It will be when Bob's done with you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what's the plan? Well, there's a lot of arguments going on.
Yeah.
It sounds like after that you've got Osborne and Waits who just want to go to Vaughn and toss it in the Proto Nexus and take care of the demon threat. We got talk of taking it to the Raven sisters to try and strike up communications with the elves and the rubies to see if they have a plan on how to fix everything.
But we still have to find someone to set the rubies, so we can't go straight to bond.
You
There's
would-
still a step A.
Yeah.
We've got the Watcher clan. They can do it.
I'm just confused about how difficult that would be. The crown's in place, so it's just affixing jewels. It really just seems. It doesn't seem like it's difficult. It seems like it's literally just like a crafting check.
Yeah.
Like,
If you all wanted to
Yeah.
try it, you're more than welcome to.
Okay. It's not like there's something particularly special
No,
about
it's
it.
just setting a stone in a piece
Yeah.
of jewelry.
In theory, our smiths should be capable of doing that, I think.
Okay.
Or if somebody has crafting.
I do.
I have
You wanna
crafting too. Yeah.
Huxley and Waits, you two want to go at it?
I think Waits should be the one to make the crafting, and not the guy who has questionable magical powers and an even more questionable diet.
Oh, goodness.
What, are you saying that Huxley doesn't have a good heart?
Several
I'm
of
saying
them.
he's got more than one. Yeah.
All right. So, Waits, if you want to give me a crafting test, and it's
All
going to
right.
be a crafting test per ruby.
Oh gosh.
And
Let me
there's
see, do I
How many
3
need to
of
be
them
set?
need to be set.
Okay. Do we have any gear around the what's it called? The stronghold to help with this? Any kind of tools or something that I could potentially get some gear bonus or anything?
So
We have a smith for whatever that's worth, if they have tools.
sheet.
Yeah, tools.
Have neat
There's
stuff.
hammer, pliers.
And
Hope you don't accidentally break a ruby.
yeah, I don't see
Me
any.
too.
Let's see. For gear that you've got in Weatherstone, fishing gear, flint, steel, lantern, arrows, camping stuff. You got some weapons, some armor. So then it would be if anyone has any personal gear on them that might help with this.
No,
I have
nothing.
fork, spoons, and knives.
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay, just checking one quick talent.
Lock picks.
I
Yeah.
have a helmet.
Okay, here we go. So
If you chip it-
crafting.
Does it still count?
I will push, and I got
You
a success.
Set one of the rubies. Who to go?
That was 3 months worth of work right there. This is next one.
Set
Success.
the second one.
And then the third success.
Got
You
it
got
done.
Been a long time since I've worked with tools like this before. It's never was quite good at this, but oh well. Must be in the dwarven blood or something.
What happens after the third one gets set? I'm watching it intently for some.
Waits puts the crown on and takes over the earth.
Suckers!
Got him.
So yeah, nothing crazy happens. It doesn't seem to do anything. Now Waits, if you want to look at your character sheet, I have added the crown tier.
Oh shit.
I'm expecting some magical GPS just went out.
Oh god, there's
Like
oh
all
shit.
of our enemies.
AFK, man, there's a lot of reading.
Oh, jeez.
I can give you a quick rundown. So first off is whoever wears the crown now is always under the effect of dispel magic. Let's see. You get a sword. You can detect enemies with a near distance. It does some bad stuff. You get a D12 to manipulation and insight.
Yeah, you're burying the lead on this one.
It does some bad stuff.
Should see the
Uh,
one down at the bottom.
You get a D12 for scouting, lore, and performance.
Ooh. Ooh. For performance, you say?
Performance. And it
Oh,
gives
no.
you a +1 defense rating to your stronghold as long as you're inside. In addition to the individual effects, it has a powerful negative influence on the psyche of demons and demon-tainted creatures. Such a creature dons the crown, it immediately suffers damage to wits. It'll be 3d6 damage to wits.
So even if we gave the crown to like our demon friend, it would hurt him the minute he
would
put it on.
possibly knock him straight out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then why
But
don't we give it to his young fur? That'll be
if
fun.
the victim drops to 0 wits, they become permanently insane.
Well, that's a good reason not to do it.
We don't actually want an insane person to have this, so
Do I want to put how many other stones do we have?
we have them all, don't we?
So there's 6 stones.
That are all now in the crown.
Well, half of them are in the crown, and
Half
some
of them are already in.
this.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
3
also-
were already in
okay.
there. Sorry, doorbell rang, dogs went off.
It would take 3d6 wits damage since all the stones are the ground the minute he puts this on. Oh, that's funny.
I mean, 3d6 isn't too much, though, isn't it? I mean, just
I mean,
three
if-
chance, 3 chances
you roll-
for success.
If you roll that amount of damage, right?
Was it damage or like you need 6s to
damage.
come
No,
up?
that's damage.
Damage. Oh,
Yeah.
just straight damage. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So he would be taking on average like 10 points of damage
And then go insane.
and then go insane.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
Oh boy.
Knocks them out cold or anything.
And run off in the wilderness or throw itself to its death into the Proto-Nexus.
And I want that Bloodstar cloak, Chuck, man. Quit being so stingy. Give me that Bloodstar cloak. That's the performance D12 artifact die.
Just put the crown on. Oh my
So
gosh,
we could
this
have been
dog.
getting benefits from putting this crown on the whole time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we chose not
There's some
to.
negative shit too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's got a bunch of negative shit.
There's some really bad stuff in here.
So you have the crown.
Have
You
to-
could take it to the Raven Sisters to see if you can talk with the elves inside. You could march it directly to Vaughn, storm the castle, and toss it into the Proto-Nexus. You could put it on and Thanos the world. Yeah, what do you want to do?
Huxley does want to take it to the Raven Sisters.
Well, now that you've completed it, it kind of doesn't sound like a good idea to go see the Raven Sisters now. Because it's complete.
I'm a fan of the Proto-Nexus idea. Finnegan just wanted Waits to make music. That's all he wanted, a very simple request. But even if that were true, the outcomes of that would be horrifying. So even the simplest desires could lead to like I could wish for new knees. Now I'm 100 feet tall and I light everything on fire, which, while fun for me, might be bad for you. So we got to get rid of it. And the faster the better now, because there's no telling who's going to be after us.
We will be going past Pernty on the way to Vond, I think, depending on
Well,
which
not
way we take.
necessarily, because if we're going to Clan Watcher to get them to basically be our distraction going into Vond,
Oh, that's true. That's the other way.
the question was just if we wanted to go poison the well at Hagler's house or not.
Nah, screw them.
We could always stop by Westboro and see if they have a church.
We can do that on the way to Vond.
Poison that church too.
Poison
Yeah.
that church.
It seems keeping our heads down and staying away from large groups of people is probably our best bet now that we have this.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I kind of am leaning on just haste at this point.
Mm.
Agreed.
So no one else wants to go to Pantee, talk to him, see if there's
I
any other.
want
So maybe on the way
to.
back.
Oh yes, on the way back when there's not any reason to.
Exactly. Just hang out.
I mean,
I don't know if I can be any clearer. Like, they have designs on using this. Anybody who has designs on using this, I don't want to talk to.
And even if those designs are simple, it's still bad.
yeah. Well, with it assembled now, it's just begin the yeeting.
I will probably tell myself that
So that's three. That's three. That's 3 votes. Yeeting.
as much as I would have wanted to know what their thoughts were, I will probably just tell myself that they would want the safety and the health of the land.
I mean, we know what they want to do. They wanted to use it, and they wanted to destroy the Rust Brothers with it. Like, we already know that.
No, I
we
think
don't
she's
know
talking
if
about
it-
we don't know.
The elves inside.
The elms. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that going to the Raven Sisters, that's not going to get us that information.
The
Well,
plan
we're hoping
was to
We had to
take
go
it.
to the
Raven
Blood
Sisters.
Mist.
Well, the plan was taking to the Raven Sisters to see if there's a way that the Raven Sisters can allow direct communication with the elves
Oh.
and the stones.
Yeah, I thought the only way to do that was like the Blood Mist. We had to throw them into the Still Mist, whatever it was called.
No,
That's
when-
that's closing the.
Yeah.
That
That's
was
the
another
Protonexus.
thought. Yeah. The
Yeah.
other thought was throwing them into the still mist would allow them
The
to
Still Mist.
resume physical form.
yeah,
And
which
then
we
that's presumably
we
we could
wrote-
communicate with them.
we wrote that one off. I think
Mhm.
the thought
Yeah,
was
because
that
we
at
can't guarantee
Purge,
they're going to go back
Yeah.
to rubies and go back in the crown.
Now that
No,
the crown's complete, I don't think
so-
we can talk to the ravens.
Yeah, when we made our lore tests, we found out that the Raven Sisters have the capability of speaking with the stones as stones. So that's what Huxley was getting at.
Yep.
If you're so concerned about the crown being assembled, why don't we disassemble it?
And
I just spent like
undo-
9 months putting this thing together. What's wrong with me?
Waits just slaps him in the back of the head, like, come on, man.
I mean, if no one else is thinking what I'm thinking, then let's go. There's no more need to discuss it.
Okay. Setting off onto action.
think so.
All right. What path?
I don't know. Let's look at Waits and see what he wants to do.
The one where we're not going to run into any complications. So could you just chart us on that one, Chuck?
Yeah. That's going to take you directly through Amber's Peak, directly through Hagler's house, up through Eye of the Rose, down through Vond.
I say we take a path that doesn't lead us too close to any city or anything like that.
People.
Like, yeah, that's what I think.
That might be tricky.
Yeah, I mean, we got to do our best with it. It's just the fewer people we come in contact with, I think the better.
I'm hesitant to bring it anywhere near Amber's Peak,
Oh, hell yeah. No way.
but that would mean coming probably like over here by whatever that place was. I wasn't here for that session.
Valender.
Valender, and then coming like down around to
You all should have access to the drawing tool now. So if you want to draw a path on the map.
I think it's probably strategic that there isn't any way to get to Vaughn where you're not going either by Prunty or Hagler's house.
If only we had a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
where were the Eagles? What they needed them.
them.
But Larry was not a fan of flying when we had that chance.
Nor was I. But it would keep us off the ground.
It would. It would.
Take the Eagles
I
directly to
mean-
Mordor.
I could
Yeah.
just have a sauna fly it down there for us.
Well, listen, there were ring wraiths, Nazguls flying in the air. That's why. Sorry, I've been like eyes deep in like Lord of the Rings lore the past month.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Where's what is it like? Walk through plants or whatever? Where's that when you need it?
Let's see.
Oh god, yeah. I
Even the
say,
trees
I mean,
were
like,
walking, yeah.
if we're gonna veer close to anything, I'd rather veer close to Pernty than to Amber's Peak. You know what I mean?
Okay. So
So, like,
follow
yeah.
the coast
So,
along
like, yeah.
side Frostcliff, Fiercespire, cut down through the woods between Eye of the Rose and Pernty.
Yeah, something like that.
So let me put
Or we can even go wider and just go into like that Fulin Mark forest and like curve our way down the mountain edge on the west.
The other like direction I was thinking was something like this, but I don't know if you can see my bad
Yeah,
lines here.
that came up.
Yeah, that would get us to Clan Watcher. I forgot what sport is over there. Yeah, I mean we can go that route too. That's like a clear. Does take us next to, was that Ravenholm? That's the ogre place, right?
Yeah, that was the ogre place. Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't seem to be coming out of it very much, but
Yeah, probably not even aware of the
Pretty
bigger
much as long,
situations.
from what you all gathered when you first went through there, as long as you avoid their party week, they're pretty docile.
They're threatening and they're ignorant. All the more reason for nobody else to go near them but us.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm
All
fine
right,
with
cool.
that, if you want to do that.
So this hex.
Because honestly, I want to avoid. 'Cause
Okay. Well,
they're all 3 people with an aim on the crown.
Mm-hmm.
Like, depending how long we sit here, we're just going to go outside the gates and we're just going to have a party waiting for us.
yeah. All right.
9 months.
9 long months. So if we start this travel, are you all moving into this currently unexplored hex? Or are you moving around it?
We might as well for the XP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's
Okay.
fine.
Let's go and roll it.
Yep.
I did not have that sheet up and ready.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, that's 4 successes.
Nice. Give me a second. I gotta refresh. Because I have lost the ability to roll dice.
Now's our time. Attack Vaughn. Let's go.
Everything is successful. He can't
the
stop
character
us
token.
now.
He missed again. Go, go, go.
Okay. So yeah, you move through. Oh man, now I gotta find my entry. Yeah, moving through that hex, no real trouble. You do come across a large pile of heavy rocks, all stacked on top of one another like a monument, a cairn. Someone's obviously spent a lot of effort building this up, and you're pretty positive that someone's buried beneath it. Anything you want to do with that, or just keep moving?
I don't know if there's much to do for us here.
The auto mod blocked Karen.
Blocked Karen.
That's
That's hilarious.
Okay, so we can just keep moving.
Yep.
All right, let's see. 4,
Friendly
5,
dead guy.
6. So at the end of the first day, you get there. I'm not really, I mean, we've gone far enough. I don't want to stop and count supplies, so then we'll keep it trucking. Where all are you breaking off to start heading? Yeah.
I was curious about that because do we want to go by Ravenhole or do we want to go one past Ravenhole and maybe just cut straight down to this little line I drew?
So go there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Just so that we avoid
Safer.
all the adjacent tiles of Ravenhole.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
good idea.
So give me another one of those roll combos for scouting and lead the way.
We ran through a day already? Or?
Yep, you're past the first guy.
Hooray, because I can
So,
recover my
Yeah,
stats.
you got to recover something, you can do that. Oh, that's neat. Okay, Bellari, you got lead the way, no problem on that hex.
Come on. Dang it.
Okay.
Seriously? Oh, and it's on the... Yeah. I don't know if I want to break my telescope deal when we got so far to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god. It's just not letting me roll from the little dice roller down there. That's dumb. Okay. As you... Yeah, nothing happens going through that hex. Let's go ahead and roll out the next one.
There we go.
Okay. Another uneventful hex. That would put us at 2, 3, 4. You got 2 more hexes till the end of this day.
Should put us right into the woods, I think.
Yeah. So just start following that blue line.
Nobody else got issues?
Mhm.
Okay. Dan, do I need another? Ooh, okay.
All right, there we go.
Okay. Fine. So you come across something as you're moving along, just that little outcropping of wood. This bit of forest opens up, and you look upon this giant glade surrounded by trees. Now the ground, it's covered in this strange black sand. You don't see any plants growing out of it. You see some rocks here and there. Rocks could be the rubble remains of houses. But in the middle of this area of black sand, you see a young girl with her eyes fixed on the ground, just sitting there. Everything around this area reeks of sulfur, and the sand blows as the wind gently moves through. She's just completely just slack-faced, staring at the ground.
Everything's fine.
This is
A lot
normal,
of
right?
note.
I could go talk to her.
Maybe we
Go.
kind of... Do we want to?
Listen, you all stay back.
Yeah.
Crown is safely in Waits' hands.
Oh, yep, I got it. Yep, it's there.
Oh no, I forgot it.
Wait, which pocket was it?
Oh, the pants. Sorry about that.
So yeah,
If we
Huxley.
send, if we send me, then if you see something bad, just run.
Sounds
Huxley,
good.
you move up to her, no reaction. As you get close, I mean, you can clearly see that she's alive. She's filthy. You can see that she's been crying at some point because the dirt's kind of been washed away down from her eyes.
What kin is she?
Human.
Hello, little one. And I have a water skin in hand.
She kind of snaps to, looks around, kind of looks up at you, just 1,000-yard stare, just shell-shocked almost. She'll take the water skin, take a drink though.
You've seen too much if I don't frighten you.
She hands the water skin back.
Name's Huxley.
Stares at you.
Listen, I know that stare that you've got. And it means that you've given up. So you don't have to say nothing, but if you'd like to keep going, there's a way, and that's with us.
She doesn't give any response. She's still just staring at you.
I hold out my hand.
She takes it.
You need something to eat.
She gives a little nod at that.
And then I'll, as I kind of look at how she's eating and start looking at like potential body language, anything that could like possibly tell me if she is truly human or is like, this is kind of like that ruse of like, playing on people's emotions and stuff, and then a trick.
Why don't you go ahead and give me an insight test?
Okay.
Chuck, can Bellari be kind of using Hawk's Eye while Huxley
Sure.
is talking to her to keep an eye on the area?
Sure, absolutely. So yeah, Huxley seems human. You don't see anything with your magical abilities. You're not sensing any kind of like demonic presence coming out of her. Bellari, as you fire up Hawk's Eye, you slip into the skin of a bird flying above. You don't see sign of anything in the area. Nothing hazardous by any means. Just this strange, almost perfectly circular area where this little girl was in the center of. I mean, you can see it looks like there may have been like a trail at some point that led in and out of this area. Looks wide enough for wagons to go through, but you don't see signs of anyone else or any foul movement or anything. Occasional creature here and there. But yeah, Huxley seems human. She seems just utterly shell-shocked. But she takes whatever food you have and very timidly eats, kind of holds it close to her, kind of protectively. She does kind of sticks close to you. You definitely get the sense of a scared child who's kind of seeking protection from first person that was nice to them.
Mm. How'd you end up here?
Just stares at you.
All right, fair enough. So I'll start looking around to see if there's any tracks that lead to here. If there's any sign of like a fight, trauma, anything at all.
You give me a scouting test. Sure. Looking around the area, you really start keening in on this black sand. You don't see signs of tracks of any sort, not even animal tracks in this sand like yours. Pretty much it. Looks like this little girl's probably been sitting here for a few days. But one thing that you really notice is that all this rubble, it looks like the old Foundation's collapsed houses. It looks like it's all falling out from the center of this circle where you found the girl. So kind of whatever happened, she was sitting in the epicenter of it.
Is everyone underneath here?
She kind of looks.
So no one sank into this. I'll wave over to the group.
Oh, one other thing that you'll notice is that the trees around this circle Um, they're very clearly cut in like a dome, like if this circle was a sphere.
Hmm.
So whatever happened, it
Did you wind up here through a spell? Let's see, as I point up to the trees, see how that is? It looks like there was some sort of force that cut all of them in a perfect sphere. Or a perfect circle.
Hey.
Does she know what happened?
Did she do what happened? So Valeria will kind of share with everyone that like she was in the very middle of it, and then everything sort of went out from where she was. So the thing at the middle of the thing may have done the thing, and she was in the middle.
Now, I think I've been in your position before. Did you do this? You're not going to be in trouble if you did.
Shakes her head no.
Can you leave?
Shakes her head, yeah.
Is there still some danger out there?
Gives a shrug.
Plus one child added to the party.
Valeria will toss Huxley some food to give to her.
Here's some more.
Yeah, she's finished with what you gave and she starts eating. I mean, she looks emaciated, like she hasn't eaten in days. Starts eating. She kind of points back at your water skin.
I'll hand it to her and I'll say, I know how hungry you are, but you don't want to eat too quickly. You will make yourself sick.
She'll kind of look
Just
at the
be
food,
careful.
gives a little nod.
Is there any sort of role that we could do to try to identify what type of event causes this
Probably.
landscape effect?
Um,
Would there be any sort of lore for black sand?
Let's take a look. If you wanted to give me it would be very much like a magical kind of test, so probably something wits based. Lore would work for spellcasters. Dan, you could give a lore, but it's going to be tough because this is very odd. So yeah, if those of you who can cast, if you want to give lore tests.
2 successes.
I'm willing to at least try. Trying is free.
I'll say, Dan, even with the 1 success, nothing's coming to mind. But Bolari, with your 2 successes and being a caster, you have heard of, spells can fail, they can feed back. It definitely looks like some kind of magical spell was cast here, and it was a catastrophic failure. And that's kind of what you're figuring would have caused this. With the way everything's kind of turned to sand, usually you come across stuff like that when dealing with very high potency fire magic.
That's peculiar.
Share that information with Huxley that maybe she was with someone that was hurt by their own spell.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
So,
go ahead.
so this sort of thing can happen when someone uses magic and, well, doesn't go the way that they expected. Sometimes this can happen at a young age. Did you try to cast a spell and then something happened?
Shakes her head no.
Well, I can do the same. But were you here when someone cast a spell? Yeah. Are they still alive?
Shakes her head no.
Was it your family?
Shakes her head no.
I think you've been through enough. And you've answered more than I deserved.
Can we do some type of a check on her responses?
Like, what are you looking for?
Not sure what that usually is. Like if I'm not sure how you can tell if this is sort of like an act or like if her answers are.
Insight. Huxley did an insight just to see if she was actually human or not. So if you want to do an insight test to see if she's being dishonest, no, you feel her answers are quick, precise, not a whole lot of hesitation to them. Maintaining kind of eye contact as she gives her yes or no nods. You feel pretty confident that she's being truthful here.
Could Waits do like a performance test to see if maybe she's like or healing or something to see if she's like mentally broken, like if she
Yeah.
but mechanically speaking.
Yeah.
You want performance or healing?
Which one handles mental stress?
Performance usually.
Performance. Do a performance.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just like kind of step up. I'll leave Huxley like between. I'm pretty paranoid at this point, so I'm gonna leave some space, but I'll just kind of just go up and play like a little trill on a flute or something like that to try to get a sense.
Yeah.
One success.
She starts kind of responding to that. She kind of, your little song to try and cheer up, snap her out of it. She actually kind of responds a little bit to it, maybe nods her head, gives a little laugh, which is the first sound you've heard her create.
Oh, it's positive.
Thank you for the food.
You're welcome.
My mommy and daddy are dead.
Mine too. I'm sorry.
I don't want to be alone.
Well, you're not alone. Not anymore. And then I'll look back at the others.
It was like 10 minutes ago I said plus one child to the party.
But then we found out that she was an orphan, though, Dan. That just changes everything.
Yeah, no, and kind of just adding a little more flavor to it. The look back at the party is kind of like a you better do this sort of thing.
Okay.
I was already on board.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think anyone's not on board.
Yeah.
Grace is going to assume the guise of a dog again, a very friendly, happy dog that provides a mode of transportation to her.
All right. You come
Nice.
up, kind
You
of,
can ride Bob.
she'll give some gentle pats and scratches, and if you kind of get her loaded up, she'll kind of cling on tightly onto the back on your fur, kind of hang out there as you all walk with her. Eventually she opens up a little bit, and she does say that she introduces herself as Lynn. I've added her character sheet to the characters folder. Over the next few hours, she's still very shell-shocked, very shy, timid, but she will eventually kind of share off the information that two strange men came to town And that in fact, the black glass was the small village of Wilderwood,
Oh,
where she lived. And the two strange men came to town and fought. And when they were fighting, they exploded. And she was the only one who lived. She was out playing in the woods.
wow. Some unlucky luck. Perhaps.
Okay. What do we got? We still got a little bit of time. If you want to do another hex?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. The party increases in size.
Ooh.
Cool. Okay. All right, so moving through this, still in the woods. Let's see. I want to give this one to Grace. Now, Steely Dan, you pick up movement in the area as you're moving through these woods. You point it out, but Grace, something about this keens off on you, and you pick up a scent in the air that you haven't come across in a while, and that's whatever this movement is. It smells of your kin. Some more wolf folk.
I guess Chris is gonna like sniff up into the air and then like kind of gently sit down so that she can get off my back, and then I'm gonna let the rest of the party know that I smell someone familiar, like a wolfkin type. I'd like to go investigate, like stealthily.
Sure, give me a stealth. You want to push?
Ooh, yes, I do.
Okay. Oh, 2 agility. Ouch.
Ouch.
Okay. As you kind of move up, you're sneaking around, and you can see, kind of in the underbrush, there's 4 people carefully watching the party, hiding. It was Steely Dan's sharp eyes who initially noticed it, but you move up behind them, and you can hear them talking, and it's very much the kind of the speech cadence and style of Wolfkin. But they're completely clothed, wrapped in bandages, hoods. They are armed. They've got some bows and some short swords on them. But one thing that you catch off guard as you kind of hear him talking is the one who's doing most of the talking. You can see his face. It's absolutely furless. This is them. They might know. We should ask them. They might be human. Anything you want to do with that?
I'll get a little bit closer and just go,
What do you want to ask us?
They all just are completely terrified. They jump up, leap back, kind of bearing weapons and growling at you. And you can see that all 4 of them are completely furless. And these bandages and clothings kind of, you can tell they're trying to disguise and hide that. Ugh. You are of our kin. Do you travel with these humans?
Who?
The naked ones there.
Oh, you guys look naked too, so I don't know what to say. Brothers and sisters, can't we all just get along?
We need We need someone who can cast the magic and turn us back into wolfkin. We do not wish to be human any longer.
Has someone played a vile trick on you?
We found a cave nearby, and the rocks turned us human, and our clan chased us out. Now we need to be wolf again, so we can go back to our clan.
That sounds like a terrible situation. You know, this group I travel with, they're quite the friendly lot. Let me go make introductions.
Sure. So yeah, you all see Grace come out of the woods with these 4 completely bald wolfkin covered in bandages and cloaks trying to disguise it. Yes. Do you all have the magics that can make us human no more?
I've not heard of such a thing myself.
Apparently, there was some cave and some stones, so I need to stay away from there. That turned them into, well, young, hairless pups, so to speak.
Found the
Sounds-
rocks in the big caves that made us sick and turned us human.
Has it been that way for a long time?
I don't know. We just
I
found
mean,
them.
like, when did you, like, lose
Maybe
your...
not a moon ago.
Need to describe the rocks, what they look like, what kind they were, anything like that?
They were large. Let's see. Many like crystals, but they glow. And they surround the great sleeping lizard. But as we got close, it made us sick and turned us human.
Was that like a metaphor, great sleeping lizard, or was there like
Actually,
an
like
actual? Yeah.
It's a giant sleeping lizard.
giant
We were going to
sleeping-
sneak up and take off its tail so we could eat.
Right. Dan,
Hmm.
you know about giant sleeping lizards, and would Waits's dwarven heritage be able to like identify like crystal stones that glow or something like that, or that might cause sickness? or
Yeah, if you
whatever
two
the
want to
hell
give
this
some
is?
lore.
Sure. It's a shame I did damage to my book earlier, but
Ooh. Ooh.
Oy, jeez,
jeez.
nothing.
I mean, weights, yeah, you're not, like, crystals that make people sick, no. I mean, nothing you've heard of. Steely Dan, a great sleeping lizard underground. Sounds like a dragon.
Mm-hmm. That would be a big lizard. Yeah, that checks out. Mm-hmm. Dragons, lizards. Where was that? Like, do you remember?
Yeah, they're
Where
able
the-
to point it out. On the map, let's see if this lets me draw now. Nope, it's not letting me draw. Dan, put a mark right there where I'm pinging.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Wrong drawing utensil. There we go. I put a little circle on it.
There you go. Yeah, you head to the mountains and you head south. There's a large cave that leads underground. And eventually the crystals fill it. And there sleeps the big lizard.
Now, like, is there anything? Forgive my ignorance here, but like, is there anything else that makes you wolfkin aside from like hair, like traits, features? Like, do you still have those?
Look at us. We are furless now. We are human.
I mean, like,
Just like
Is
you.
Is everything else about you the same except for your fur?
We're human.
I just
that's
take a look at them and see if they look like human or if they
Absolutely
look like
not.
hairless.
just big hairless wolfkin.
Okay.
I mean,
I think maybe it'll just grow back if you
no.
take care of yourselves. For
I've
a
And
while.
they're
lost-
wearing like bandages and clothes, right?
God, Jeff.
I think I'll go up to one of these humans and smell them, and I'm gonna smell specifically for burnt hair.
Yeah, I won't make you roll for that. They don't smell like burnt hair. And looking at
Okay.
them, there's no stubble, there's no growth. They are completely hairless. They still
So-
look absolutely just like bald wolves.
So they need Rogaine, is what I'm hearing.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty much. We gotta find the Rogaine crystal.
Yes, the big crystals, they make us sick. We talked about taking them because the gold on them would have been worth a bit, but we wanted the great lizard's tail.
Now, like some people, when they get sick, like their hair starts to fall out.
We were sick, yes, we were sick, but it turned us human, and that is why we were sick. Humans are sickly and unwell.
Maybe if you finish resting and recovering, you'll stop being human.
It's been, I said, almost a moon.
I don't know. When was the last moon? I guess is the
Like
question.
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay, so it's been a little bit.
You don't still have any of these crystals on you.
No, they're big. Big with the gold on them and the markings.
Markings.
Sounds like some form of runes.
Do you remember the markings?
We don't know the scribblings on the ground that the humans make. Although now that we're human, we have not tried to read.
So tell me
Show-
something.
Show my book.
Tell me something. Did you see the crystals before you were made human, or were you made human as soon as you saw one?
We moved in and we started feeling ill. And so we left before we could get to the great sleeping lizard. And it must have been when we started feeling sick that's when we started turning human.
Well, I mean, did you see the crystals before you started feeling sick, or did you start feeling sick as soon as you laid eyes upon them?
We saw them before.
All right, so
And then when we got close to them, that's when we started feeling sick.
so it's possible that I could read it from far away and not get sick.
I mean, it might turn. You're already human, so.
Sure. As I'll make a big smile and reveal that my teeth are nothing human-like.
Oh yeah, they. It's obviously you're not human. It's
Mhm.
very much they're just equating
Anything.
no fur human.
Equals
Yeah.
human. Yeah.
I'll see if they can read my book.
Oh, they
Here's,
can't.
here's a good
Alright.
human test for you.
Our transformation into human must not be complete yet.
See, there's still hope for you.
I mean, what's the worst that would happen? You would just grow hair, perhaps?
That would be. We aren't human anymore. That would be good. We could return to our clan.
It could be like an opposite day. I could see Huxley in full furry form.
If he was not human, he could come with us as well and join our clan.
Mm,
You look strong.
I am.
We can take you there if you think it will help us. If you can make it so we're no longer human.
We're kind of in the middle of a thing.
I mean, if you want to camp out here, we'll be on our way back. Or you could go back to our home, become part of my clan.
A human. Is it more of your kind there? they would just chase us out again.
Not if I told them not to.
You're the pack leader?
Yes.
Yeah, she's the best pack leader.
But that won't-
I'm the hairy one. Of course I'm pack leader.
We could do this, but we don't want to be human.
Oh, I understand that.
If you won't
You
help
just-
us, we will stay here and search for other humans that can help us.
We can't help you now because we're kind of busy with something of big hullabaloo. But upon our return, I'm down the kick a sleeping lizard and steal his jewels.
Yeah,
I mean, that'd just be a nice retirement plan.
I'd recommend being cautious around too many other humans. They're not all quite nice.
Now, we will continue our search. You will find us in these woods if you want to help us later, but hopefully by then, we'll find another human that knows how to turn us back.
All right, it sounds like a deal. We will be back through these woods, and I guess we'll smell you later.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you all part ways. And that throws us at time. Yeah.
Oh God, that was horrifying.
Yeah.
I've never seen such ugly humans before.
Well, at least they had pants.
Oh, that's true. It's true.
I've seen cats with the same predicament. It's not unpleasant, just cold.
Yeah, so...
Any other day, we should have helped them, but not today.
I kind of don't want to go sticking my nose into possibly a dragon's lair
Yeah.
while
Like
we're
helping a
carrying-
little girl, we're cool. Like that's cool. Dragon,
It's a little intense.
eh.
while carrying
mean-
one of the single most valuable objects
Right,
in the
that's the
world
big thing.
into
In the
it.
world.
Yeah.
Right, right. It's just the timing thing.
I could just
Dragon-
shed and like glue my fur onto them. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
No one will notice. They can
Yeah.
go back home.
I mean,
That's a good idea.
Note on the map so I don't forget.
Instead of being the people
dragon?
that help everywhere we go, we send the other people that like, oh, that really sucks for you. We'll be back
That's too
in 2
bad.
weeks."
Sorry,
Yeah.
skin
Yeah.
dogs, we're out of here.
I like how
gosh,
Chuck's
this
marking the map.
24 hours ago, we would have been all over this.
I guess this means we're gonna survive our Proto Nexus play.
Right, so that we
That's why I
can come
marked the
back and
map.
tickle a dragon.
I don't know.
Something to
We
live
still got
for.
half a map to go.
We've extended our plot armor to
There
this
you go.
point now.
There you go. That's it.
Like we can't die yet, Chuck. We gotta save these creepy looking
Birdless
human fur
wolf
thing.
kin.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I think you mean these fellow humans.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
That's it.
What did,
important thing.
what did
We're
Osborne
not
say?
going to
We gotta-
recognize them in 2 weeks when we come back.
We gotta kick the dragon in the jewels and steal him or something. Whatever he said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Imagine lighting a dragon on fire. That'd be
That would be cool. That would be very
I'm
cool.
surprised if we did.
that's poetic weight. You could write a song about that.
The dragon would suddenly feel guilty, like. So this is what it feels like when I do this to all these people. I'm the asshole. I've
That's
been the
it.
asshole the whole time.
I've been burning
Sorry.
people
I
and
apologize.
stealing their gold for years.
That's
I,
it.
I've been this.
I thought they liked it.
Didn't realize it hurt so much. Oh
I
my
thought they were
God.
paying me to do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, let's do some XP questions. Did you participate? Everyone gets a point for that. Did you travel through at least one hex? Yep, you get a point for that. Did you discover a new adventure site? I'll say yeah. You found the remains of that
Lair?
town and a possible dragon's lair, so yeah. Did you defeat one or more monsters? There's no combat, there's no fighting, so that's going to be a no. Did you find treasure? Not really, no. Did you build a function of your stronghold? Yeah. Well, you queued up some stuff, so yeah. Anyone activate their pride? No? Anyone suffer from their dark secret? Anyone risk their life for another PC?
No.
No? Okay. Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind? You all recovered the Standing Guy's crown, put it back together. Take a point XP for that.
Yay.
In reputation, yeah, you've recovered the completed crown, so everyone increase your reputation by a point.
But we're keeping that on the down low. We're keeping that.
It's on the down low.
Yeah,
Nobody else
goddamn.
knows about it, but still, the mechanics, you get a reputation point for it.
Okay.
Now everyone
everybody
knows.
knows.
Dang it.
Wait a minute, the mechanics know about this?
Oh no.
Wait, we had mechanics? They could have put the crown together.
Yeah, the mechanics are slackers and they tell everyone.
Well, we need to build a garage first.
That's it. Okay. So in 2 weeks, we'll be back. More of this. Continue the trek to Vond. Avoiding. Are you all still swinging by Clan Watcher?
Might as well, because we got a kid to deposit somewhere safe, and Clan Watcher might be down to do that.
And then also Clan Watcher was going to kind of be the
Avis.
distraction, yeah. Were you all going to inform Clan Watcher that the Rust Brothers might know that they're gathering up their troops?
Sure. I mean, we can just say that we saw that on our way through to here. I mean, we don't have to tell them how we found out.
Okay. All right. Well,
I mean, take it with a grain of salt. We heard word.
yeah.
We don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Stay away from Agla's house. There's D-bags there.
Yeah. Maybe if we happen upon Mr. Hot Air Balloon Guy as we come through Whaler's Hold
lift.
again,
Yeah.
he can go scout for us.
There you go.
You can just like hover over the proto-nexus and just drop it from above. Boom,
Yep.
done,
Yeah.
out. Stealth.
That's
That's
when
it.
the ring wraiths show up.
That's when the ring wraiths show up.
The crown rates. Yeah.
There were
Yeah.
flying Nazguls.
All right. Let's do some plugs. Adam, what do you got?
I got the same thing as before. I'd like to talk about Beyond the Fire, Volume 1. It's folklore from across the Black Diaspora, written by author Kenna Owa of By the Fire podcast. Myself, Chuck, Jen worked on it, and we're really proud of it. So check it out if you want to throw some African folklore into Flames of Freedom or Zweihander game.
Cool. Let's see. Jeff.
Let's see. Monday, we're doing UVG, Ultraviolet Grasslands. You can find myself, Chuck, Dan, Melissa in that game. Then on Thursday over on Garblight Games, I'm running Delta Green, Viscid. Friday, running Delta Green Impossible Landscapes. And on the 13th, on Saturdays, we're going to start doing some Wondering, speaking of Nazguls and all that kind of stuff.
Nice. Jen.
Hi. We do some streaming on my channel, Pixel Prowler, and yeah, we'll be back on Tuesday night.
Very
Nothing else in
Okay.
the prep zone for that. But
Sure.
that's it.
That's it. Let's see. What do we got? So Sunday, tomorrow night, you can catch Jeff, Jake, and myself hanging out over on Steam, Steel, and Murder, playing some Shadowrun. What else? Monday?
Tonight?
No, tonight. That's what it is.
Night.
Tonight, 9 p.m. Central, Session 2 of The Darkest House. It's going to be great. Steven's already possibly killed a character. It'll be fantastic. A lot of fun. Come check that out tonight. Wednesday, Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Friday, Joe here on the channel, he's going to be running a play test of the new system he's working on. And that's kind of what we got. Coming soon on the channels, Saturday or Friday nights, we'll be doing some Shadowrun, but that's 2-3 weeks out. But I don't know. That's all I got. Who the fuck knows? Anyone got anything else?
Yeah.
Oh,
I just a question for our audience. Are you tired of the same old mom and pop pizza place that charges you an arm and a leg? Then eat like an elite with Lumen Marty's Deep State Pizza instead. Lumen Marty has developed a cabal of the West's most secretive, Moloch worshipping bakers, and they've got big plans for you. Deep plans. Sausage
Delicious.
plans. Plans covered in cheese, herbs, spices, and a buttery garlic crust. So put in your New World order for 10% off your first Deep State Pizza today.
it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All
Now I'm very
right.
hungry.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Where do you find these sponsors? They're amazing.
Well, they find me and blackmail me into doing their bidding.
Oh, okay.
That
Yeah.
checks out. Yeah.
Checks out. All right. That's all we got. So until we see you next time, start fires, do drugs, and go get your vaccine. Deuces.
Bye.